Hello, good afternoon, good evening to everyone that is joining us here on Blueclouds Media. My name is Nate Zion, bringing you the most captivating sports show in the world. And also, do not forget, we are live, and there is a lot of news going on. We are live on YouTube. Also, we are live on Facebook, Blueclouds Media on Facebook. And also, you can check us out on Chelsea Insight. Also on Facebook. So as today is the news, we're here to unfold some of the news out, and I know the news is out there. Some will take it like a pinch of salt, or some would not even regard that news. But I know this news that is coming out yesterday, there is not much substance in that news. But where do we start from? In this exclusive Chelsea update, we uncover the potential departure of Enzo Fernandez just 18 months after he recorded a record-breaking move from Benfica. Reports suggest that the 21-year-old midfielder discontented with the club's current state, despite the ambition project that led him to Stamford Bridge. We dive into the reasons behind the possible exit and repercussion of Chelsea's unfold struggles. Join us as we go in-depth analysis and share your thoughts on this specific content on the news that we have for you. And also, we were talking about Real Madrid star Federico Valverde regret turning down Chelsea and Liverpool interest in the summer, just ended summer transfer window. And also, we'll be talking about the legend JT John Terry set to join Saudi Pro League side Al Shabab as a manager in taking the managerial role. Is it the right time for John Terry to come out and let the whole world know what he's learned as a student when he was one of the best defense center backs ever? Played the beautiful game. So yes, welcome to Blueclouds Media. Join me as we unfold this news. We talk about Chelsea Football Club most of the time. So let me know what you guys make of these news that we're about to talk. And also don't forget, join in the comments section below and get yourself involved in the news as we enroll. And luckily for me, I'm being joined by my co-host today. Steven is here with me. Steven, how are you doing today?
Doing good, you right?
Yes, I'm all right. I'm doing all right. Another beautiful day, and we are here discussing news of international break is here. But then yesterday news came out, broke from Argentina. Enzo Fernandez, we all know, obviously he's out and about. Any little thing that our player says, people will take lot of meanings out of it. They'll make it, even if it's small, if it doesn't mean anything, they'll try and get something out of it and throw it out there for people to look into it. Enzo Fernandez apparently being reported from El Mercato. I'm sure El Mercato reported that, but the news is coming from Argentina that the Argentine former Chelsea record breaking player said that he's not happy with the dealings or the performance of the football club. But if things doesn't change, he might leave the football club. How relevant
I
is
don't
this
think
news,
it's a quote. I
Steven?
think that's just a report that someone's made because I've not seen anybody anywhere quoting him saying anything to that effect. So it can't be quotes. It must just be from an outlet or something making up reports for clicks and stuff. But in that case, you can make that suggestion about every player we've signed because every player can leave at any time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we want, we can make that report about Caicedo. Caicedo might leave in 12 to 18 months if Chelsea aren't back in the Champions League. Oh, look, I've just done what they've done. Do you see what I mean?
Or even Modric. Or any of these players could leave if
but I
that
was just
is the
saying,
situation.
given that Caicedo's the new record transfer, let's just go with that. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about here. What if Enzo Fernandez have said it and he mean it?
He hasn't said it though. There's no.
I know, Steven. Hypothetically, what if Enzo Fernandez have said it and he mean it? What should Chelsea do from here, Steven?
If he had said it, then we're in a different situation. But I think I saw quotes about like how much he enjoys it at Chelsea and stuff like that. And he strikes me as someone who's like a proper, like, consummate professional. So you'll never have issues like you did with Lukaku and stuff like that. But like I say, you can make that argument for any player. If things don't work out in 12 to 18 months, they might leave. We saw it with Koulibaly. Things didn't work out for club or player, and 12 months later, he was out the door.
Spot on. Thank you very much, Stephen. Phantom of Mini Topic. I hope you're doing very well, my big brother. Then we have our brother from Senegal, Bank Chelsea, saying he said, watching from Facebook. Okay, he's the one watching from Facebook today. He's joining us on Facebook. All right, big up to you, my brother. Guys, please do not forget, my brother, share your link on your group, on your Chelsea fans in Senegal, so they can join us the platform here. So those that don't know much about Blueclouds Media YouTube channel or maybe Facebook channel, they can join our platform anytime we go live streaming. So that is just, by the way, we'll be talking about Phantom of Minute Topic said, wow, that's a loser Kaka. That's a loser Kaku. Put him in a development squad. I don't understand it. We're not talking about Lukaku here, isn't it? It's just a loser Kaku.
But what I don't get, is Phantoms then said, let's trade him for Son, better idea, straight swap Sancho for Enzo. Why would you want to get rid of Enzo? Makes zero sense. For Sancho, of all players.
Enzo, although Son has done a lot in the Premier League, but Enzo is way younger than Son. Enzo has won the World Cup. He's proven, and you can tell our squad that we have now, Enzo is the one that stands out among all the other players.
Bro, Enzo, you get what I'm saying? And he was playing in a terrible team, and he played that well. There was no mention of his purchase price. That's how good he's been. Nobody has mentioned the price we got him for because he's been that good in a bad team.
Phantom said better ideas.
Yeah, I just said that
straight
one as well
swap.
Because I
all right,
okay, for Sancho. And that's why I said it makes no sense.
I mean, Sancho is not performing well, so there's no need for you to even come.
Sancho's not playing anyway, and he's also looking likely to go to, I think it's Steven Gerrard's team, isn't it? Our Pack.
Yeah, that's what the rumors are, right? Because it looks like United might end up terminating his contract.
Well, because of that, I think the window for Saudi ends tonight.
10 p.m. tonight. Yeah, it ends at 10 p.m. tonight.
10
so we'll be looking
or 10 p.m. your time.
Phantom says share the platform all over the world. I don't understand. How do I share it all over the world? I can share as much as I can, but if you guys are also here helping out the stream, you can also help out by sharing some of it. It will extend much in a wider range than what I can do alone. So thank you very much. Isn't the topic Enzo wants to leave? Yes,
it's
the
speculation.
Topic
it's not like
it's not like this is a question mark there. It's speculation. Yeah. It's news.
It's not
it doesn't
like
mean it's
Lukaku
done.
Where he done his interview about Inter and all this. It's not like that. It's an outlet speculating that he may leave after 18 months. Hence, I said, well, you could say that for anybody like Caicedo, given he's in a new record transfer. Caicedo could leave in 12 to 18 months if Chelsea don't get in the Champions League. That's why I said that, because it's purely speculation. And anybody could do that. There's no quotes from Enzo saying he's unhappy, he wants to leave, or anything like that. I think he even said, like, he came because of how much he loved what the project was.
Yeah, and that's the main reason why.
No, but I'm talking recent as well. I think that was in the last few days there was quotes like that coming out.
And the reports that I have here is Enzo, according to fixture that reported that Enzo Fernandez could leave Chelsea in the summer of 2024. The 21-year-old could part ways with the Blues just 18 months after joining the club, breaking deal. Fernandez is not happy with the current situation of the club. He was brought to the club with an ambition project at hand. So that's a project, but apparently they are currently 12 with the 1 year. He's got 12 with just 1 year Sorry. I think I'm taking that wrongly. All right, just Chelsea right at this moment at season 12 with just four outstanding performance. Do not improve. So we've played I think 5 games. Enzo Fernandez have been the outstanding player
4
within
in the
those
league.
teams that we've played. Yeah.
But
And
this
also
is what I'm
questions
saying.
could be asked.
They don't say Enzo Fernandez has said this. They're purely speculating.
Okay, he didn't say it. So if he did say it, they can quote him. You can tell there's no quote over here. They're trying to say, okay, because of what is going on at Chelsea Football Club, we could see Enzo Fernandez leaving at this specific time because things are not going on well. You get what I'm saying, Steven?
Yeah,
It's
again, I go
speculation.
back to my example. You could say that about any player.
Yeah.
You could say it about Caicedo. You could say it about Sanchez. You could say it about Mudryk. You could say literally any player in a squad.
Maduiki,
But
all those guys, the new guys that came in,
you can say
Sanchez,
about
all of them.
anybody. It's purely speculation. I did it earlier when we went live and started talking about it initially. I said,
yeah,
Caicedo to leave Chelsea in 12 to 18 months as he's not happy as Chelsea haven't qualified for Champions League. Like, see what I've done there is exactly what they did. Because I've not got a quote. I'm just saying he could leave because he's unhappy that they haven't got Champions League.
Also, we'll be looking at some Manchester United news out there. I'm hoping that Herbert can join us and let's talk about their defeat. We haven't talked about the defeat. It's been a while. I haven't have Herbert on the platform, and also we can talk about some other issues with Mason Greenwood and JD Sancho. So I'm waiting for Herbert to join us in the stream as we're still live here. We have about an hour of stream today, so we've done 12 minutes already, guys. Do not forget, like the video, put a like on the video, and also share the platform, share the stream on any platform that you find yourself. I'll be much happy if you can do that for me. Phantom said, oh, that case is just a clickbait article since several sources repeated this. That is true. It's speculation, Phantom. It's speculation. Stopping by and checking in on you guys. I hope everyone is doing very well. The Chelsea news, that's what we're discussing very well. Thank you very much. I123 love you. Phantom said it's not wrong for the club to stack up players in the same role since Chelsea has so many injuries every year. Which that makes a lot of sense. Understandable. Look, Chelsea know these injury play. I blame the club in a certain point, and I don't blame it also in a certain point. I blame the club in the way that they know we still have that many injury players, and most of them are those finishing players, the attacking role, the strikers. We don't have them. So instead of bringing in Cole Palmer, which is a good signing, it will do a bit, it will do a lot for the football club. But then at that moment in time, we did not need Cole Palmer. I think Chelsea at that moment in time need a striker.
Bro, there's already reports coming out. We went for a striker. We went for a Wanyi, apparently. I saw somebody say. We went for a Wanyi in the last couple of days of the window.
And then what happened? It was not allowed to be sold.
Yeah, they rejected it because of they didn't need to sell or something.
And 1 year.
Yeah.
Why, Steven? Why I 1 year? He's a good striker. He just rely on his strength. He's not that skillful. He's not that good in the air. He bullies defenders to score goals. So a time will come when defenders really see his style of play and they stop him from bullying them. Then what else? Where are you gonna get the goals from? If you're gonna have, if you're gonna
been on fire,
Steven, if you're gonna bring a 1 year, why won't you bring Detro Fofana?
Because that Detro Fofana's on loan and he hadn't impressed since.
Well, call him back from a loan. Call him back from loan.
No. I explained this already though. They haven't been impressed with him since he joined. In terms of stuff like training and that.
Steven, he never trained with Pochettino. No, he never get any chance under Pochettino. At the
same time, you know, a 1 year if he scored against us.
Steven, hold on.
Before, hold on. We're on the 1 year, right? Just quick.
Right, All right, finish
I
it.
believe if he'd scored against us, he would have been only the third ever player in the Premier League to score in 8 consecutive games. I think it's Van Nistelrooy and Jamie Vardy, and Awoniyi would have been the third. I believe that's correct. 8 consecutive Premier League matches. The guy's been on fire.
He can be on fire now, but can he be on fire? Where was Awoniyi last season? Where was Awoniyi last season? When Nottingham Forest were looking for him.
It was his first season in the Prem.
Yeah, but where was he? He's still a player. He's still that player.
He was adapting to the Prem.
Well, it was Enzo Fernandez first season last year too. He has a first season last year with Chelsea. He didn't get any chance under Mauricio Pochettino. So how do you tell me that they're not impressed with his performance? That is a lot of bullshit. That is bullshit. That is BS. It is BS. If they say they're not really happy with his performance, you did not give him a fair chance to prove himself during preseason. You've sent him out on loan. Did Mauricio Pochettino see how he can integrate this boy into the new current squad? No, he didn't take the chance to do that. The preseason, there was no Detro Fofana anyway.
Bro, he already knew the plans when he was coming in.
So that means that he didn't give a fair share of chance to that player to prove himself under his regime, under his team. So that whatever they're coming up is just BS. I just don't want to hear it because it doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna go in and go.
Happened. In the last 2 days of the window, we made an offer for Taiwo Awoniyi. That's what happened.
Well, it doesn't make sense. That's one of those. I mean, it's a striker, but do you think Awoniyi can get you double digits?
Bro, he's already on 3 goals this season. I think it is.
We've just played 3 games. It's just four games. 4 games.
Playing against Man City.
We've just played 4 games in the Premier League. Okay, you think Awoniyi will be the guy to take Chelsea
he's played against this season? Look at the teams he's played against.
That's what I'm saying, Stephen. It's just the early days.
It includes Man City.
It don't matter. It's just the early days yet. It's the same thing. Okay,
I would have took him. I would have took him if it was a good value.
I wouldn't take him because I don't like his style of play. He doesn't offer anything better than using his body, bullying people. That's what he does.
He scored against Arsenal and Man United and Sheffield United and got an assist against us.
Oh, I don't care about that. I still don't fancy his style.
He's a striker and he's scoring goals against big teams, which we can't even score against.
I still don't fancy his style of play. I don't like it. I don't like his style of play
against small teams.
I don't just like the player. I don't just like him.
Okay, fair enough. I don't like certain players we've been linked with either, but if he can do a job, I'm taking him.
Everyone can come in and do a job, but can he come in and do a job
for
a long period of time? A long period of time within just a specific time. That's what we're looking at.
I would argue they can't all just come in and do a job because we've had issues with that already.
Well, with who?
Let's put it this way. Certain players that are either still here or have already been sold.
All players came in, they did a job, but not a consistent job that you're expecting.
Awoniyi
will not be the guy that he comes to Chelsea that can offer you double digits every season. I don't see that. He's not that skillful. He's not that skillful.
He's on fraud watch.
Koulibaly is a different player. He can do a bit, but then he's not. He did not. Wasn't successful at the Premier League when he came to Chelsea. And a lot of players have been to Chelsea that hasn't gone well for them, but it doesn't mean that they did not do anything.
That's the exact point we're talking.
And then what makes you think that Awoniyi will move from Nottingham Forest and come to Chelsea and be successful at Chelsea? What makes you think so? If that is the case, Caicedo should be on top of his game already. If that is the case, then what's his name? Havertz, that was scoring goals left, right, center, from middle of the pitch, everywhere. Could have come to Chelsea and even get 10 goals a season, but couldn't even do it.
In the Bundesliga for Leverkusen.
He was doing what, Steven?
In the Bundesliga for Leverkusen, and he came here, played
he came to a better team. Yeah, he came to a better team. He can't even score 10 goals a season.
Because of the league's completely different to what he's used to.
That's what I'm saying, that look, you can have a certain player that plays in a certain team. Cucurella was so good to the extent that Manchester City want Cucurella from Brighton. But it doesn't mean that when Cucurella move from Brighton and come to Chelsea, he is going to be successful, because the players that he'll be playing with are different. The roles that is being given to them are different. The pressure on them in the Premier League or playing for Chelsea is different than the pressure on them at Brighton. The pressure on Graham Potter at Chelsea were way 10 times bigger than the pressure that was on his shoulders and head when he was at Brighton Football Club. So there's two different things, two different clubs, too much pressure, and also different culture supporting these football clubs. Being at this football club, you can see Ivan. What's his name? Is it Ivan Ferguson? Now everyone wants Ferguson. Manchester City are showing the interest in bringing Ferguson, but it doesn't mean that when Chelsea shows that interest and bring Ferguson to the football club, people are even saying 100 million already. Price tag 100 million.
Yeah, because it's Brighton, and we've been milked by Brighton already.
That you go and put so much pressure on him and get his player back, and he can't even get double digits, because in Brighton they give them free roll to run around. They have that trust in these players. But when you come to Chelsea, you have certain limitation that you can do. You have different style of play, different coaching, backroom staff, different coaches. Everything is different. So all this affects the players, in my opinion. So I know you like Awoniyi, but it's not my kind of a player. That it's not the kind of player that I would recommend to play for Chelsea Football Club, because he doesn't offer that much. He doesn't offer that much. Looking for a number 9, a striker. You look at all these world strikers that we've seen in the past. Ronaldo, who else? Maybe Felipe Inzaghi, or maybe maybe Didier Drogba. Look at all these strikers. Look at the attributes and what they offer. They give you some. Didier Drogba can give you lots of goals from free kicks alone. That is what you get from Didier Drogba. Can I 1 year give you set piece free kicks? We don't even have one. We don't even have any better player that you can say, okay, this guy, when he gets on the set pieces like free kicks and stuff like that, he can get a goal. Look at Enzo Fernandez, can't even score a penalty. More or less for him to be the free kick taker in our football club. Can I 1 year be the free kick guy? He can't. He's not. I don't even think he's that good in the air, Steven. You can check it. How many goals does he score with his head at 1 year? And where are his goals all coming from? Is it the 18? Is it outside the 18? And how can this guy be consistent with us? So, Steven, if you can check his statistics for me and many of his goals, where are his goals coming from? I haven't done that, but if I have, I'll be checking into that, because at 1 year, he's a good player. He's being on top right now with just 4 Premier League games played. But how can he be consistently? Can he be the guy to get you 13 goals, 20 goals a season? He does even 20 goals a season. Can he? He's not that skillful. He doesn't have that flair. All these things count. Big up to you, all my friends watching us from Facebook. What's his name? Sambiata. I'm sure that's the name. To Watson, Sambiata. Big up to you, my brother. Samuel,
by the way.
Hold on a second, please, Steven. Samuel, Peter, and also my brother Bang. Thank you guys for watching us live on Facebook. Thank you for liking the stream too. Then big up to my friend over here. Matt, big up to you. He says, okay, yeah. He says, big up to you. Big up to you too, my friend. And we should have paid Mino Raiola ransom for Erling Haaland back when Marina was the negotiator coming from our phantom.
We were sanctioned. That's when he went to Man City, was when we were sanctioned. When it was the sale. He went to them last year. We were under sanctions. We couldn't do negotiations for players because we were under sanctions.
Right. I want you to love you. Said, Nizan, are you typing or where you? It was okay, very loud. I think no, I wasn't typing. I think it was coming from Steven. Steven that has that issue yesterday. Yeah, striker Fofana haven't seen at all. Yes, that's what we were just talking about. We haven't seen him at all. The sense of bringing the true Fofana if he was not going to get any minute under Mauricio Pochettino. And I don't want to BS they're talking about that they're not impressed with Detro Fofana. We didn't see him at preseason. We didn't even know what he can do playing with these new players, playing under Mauricio Pochettino. He didn't get a fair share of how others have had a chance to play under Pochettino. He didn't get any.
By the way,
yes, Stephen, go ahead.
In his career,
Mhm.
in which he scored 66 goals, I believe it to be, Awoniyi has scored 16 headers
16 headers in his career.
from 66 goals. Yeah.
Stephen, let's just limit the stats on just in the Premier League. How many goals has he scored with his head in just the Premier League, Stephen?
In the Premier League, 4. 2 were against us last season in that game in game week 36. So
you
a
can
couple
tell
of games
that he's
before the end of
not
the season.
that good in the air. He's not good in the air.
I mean, to score 16 out of 6, score 16 out of
Six.
66 goals as headers, when you're not even playing in great sides that create you many chances. But he played for Union Berlin, a team called Royal Excel Muskeron, wherever that is. Forest, Ghent in Belgium, a team I can't pronounce. Frankfurt, but not the Frankfurt, if that makes sense. It's a different one, I think. Mainz, the under-21s of a team I can't pronounce, and under-21s of another team I can't pronounce. He's not playing for, like, top-tier teams. Like, they ain't going to create you loads of chances for you to score. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Phantom said there's no pressure at Brighton or Fulham either. Why not let them run around? Mount did it, just like before the war. What do you mean before the war, Phantom? What kind of war are you talking about, Phantom? No, Steven, the year before that, when we got Lukaku instead, summer 2021.
He weren't getting sold then. And also, let it be known, I think I've said it on here before.
Yeah.
When Lampard was the manager the first time around, Lampard wanted Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, and Erling Haaland. Bellingham was still at Birmingham then. That's before he went to Dortmund.
Yeah.
Haaland was was it Salzburg they got him from?
Who?
I think it was Salzburg, where Haaland joined Dortmund from. I think it was Salzburg, right? Yeah, it was. So Lampard wanted Haaland from Salzburg, Bellingham from Birmingham, and Rice from West Ham when he was our manager the first time around. And our board didn't get him a single one of those players. This guy can identify talent. He just can't coach. Get him in as someone who helps identify talent for us, because he clearly has an eye for it. If they're 3 players that he wanted, 3 top-level players, well, now top-level players, would have saved us a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much, Melissa Ann from Facebook, for liking our video on Facebook. Thank you, everyone that is watching the video live on Facebook at this moment. Guys, if you're on Facebook, you can join us on Blueclouds Media on Facebook, and also you can join us on Blueclouds Media on YouTube. And also we have Chelsea Insight, that's another sister platform that we have over 2K members in that group also. So you can join us there and then like most of our videos too there. Okay, it's divided over here. We got numbers are going up and down, Facebook and then YouTube. So Phantom said, I want to hear the dude on Nottingham Forest. Yes, the dude on Nottingham Forest. He's not that versatile to me. He doesn't offer much besides his runs and bullies. If that are now, then I'm gonna stick to Lukaku. If that's what he's
How
gonna
about this,
offer.
right?
Yeah.
He's scored in his career. He's scored in 64 games. He's apparently got 74 goals.
All right, Steven.
His team in those have won 41 games, and he's got 21 game-winning goals. So he's a guy who can win you matches.
Steven, I understand. I understand what you're saying. He's a guy that can win you matches. He can score goals, but how many goals can he get you in the season? Because you're taking a gamble on this player. It's the same thing we've done with Nicholas Jackson. He hasn't paid off yet, but we've seen glimpses. We've seen promises that this guy can be much better of a player in the Premier League with time. When the whole team start gelling, we have a very, very good creative player in that midfield, distributing those passes very, very well, and then finishing those passes. It will take time. But then, are we taking a gamble on a 1 year? Because a 1 year, to be honest with you, Steven, I don't think so. He's scoring right now. He's on form. But do you think he can have that consistency in the Premier League the way he plays? He's not that skillful. He's not skillful, Steven. He just run on the shoulders of defenders, get him behind them, and get goals. He's not skillful. He doesn't have that skills, a little bit of the skills in him. That is why I was choosing to see if Chelsea can bring in Vlahovic. Vlahovic, I've watched him. He can dribble. He can dribble. 1v1, he is good. I want 1 year, 1v1, he's not good. He has the pace. I'm not going to take that away from him. He has the pace and power. That is his attribute. But take the pace and power away. He doesn't offer much, Steven. He doesn't. Take space and power away from a 1 year. He's just an ordinary player. That is why I want a player at least who can look at Jackson. If Jackson can finish some of these chances, we wouldn't even hear sitting down here today talking about a 1 year, talking about Vlahovic, talking about even those injured player, Amanda Broja, because Jackson has it all. Jackson has everything, but then just the finishing. Sometimes I even feel bad for him because he doesn't get the best of services. If you remember, when we played against Borussia Dortmund, he has one of those nice chances, but he couldn't finish. He was playing with Nkunku, and whenever Nkunku and Matson over there in the game, Jackson becomes a different beast, a different animal. I'm not so sure if you watch. I know you did, but if you can recall Jackson's performance during preseason and the players that we were playing with and the formation that Mauricio Pochettino was playing during preseason, and now we're playing a different formation. I don't get it. You get what I'm saying?
We're not playing a different formation.
He's playing with a back five. And playing players, defenders are playing as wingers.
Playing a back four, the only thing that's different is he's got a left back at left wing, but it is a back four.
He played two formations the whole entire. I mean, not that many. The back three. Once in a while, he did play some of the back three, but most of the time, Pochettino is playing with the back four. But we've seen here that playing some players in the wrong position. I don't get it. If you have Modric who can come on, probably he's not 100% fit if he's not. But let him play. He might be better off, from what we saw from him in the second half, it might be better off playing him there instead of Ben Chilwell in that position. So now, Steven, how satisfied are you with Chilwell already? Chilwell playing in that position?
I told you Chilwell isn't the guy to play at left back. I've said this.
Why is he playing him there? Is he trying to please Chilwell playing in that position?
No.
That is what I don't get.
I don't see that as being the thing at all. I don't know the exact reason, but the issue isn't the tactics. It's more you're playing a left back at left wing is more the issue.
And it's not. He's a left centre back. He's not a left back player. So now we have Chilwell playing in that back row.
I don't want to be that guy who speculates, yeah. But do you think it could be to also help Disasi as well? Do you think that could be it? Because I've heard a lot of people saying, it's because of Chilwell, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think it could be because of Disasi.
I mean, Steven, you have every right to speculate, because if we don't speculate, then how can you
No, but I'm saying I don't want to
see what's going on in Mauricio Pochettino.
Who just, speculates for no reason. My point is more that it's not speculation as such. It's a suggestion. Do you think it's more to help Disasi adapt to the Prem? Because Chilwell's used to England, he's used to the Premier League and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Disasi isn't. So do you think it's more having players who are used to the Premier League? Okay, Chilwell's still young, sure, but so's Disasi. But Chilwell's used to the league, whereas Disasi isn't. So maybe it's to help him. And then when they feel comfortable, you can then go, okay, we don't need to play Thiago as much. We can play Badiashile and Colwell, or we can play Disasi and Colwell, Chalobah and Badiashile, Chalobah and Colwell, whatever combination, but you don't have to then play Silver at that point.
Right.
Maybe that's
it could
as
be.
well.
It could be, Steven. It could be because
I
Disasi, two
don't
games
know
that we've
why
seen
it
from
would
him,
be more
he's struggling.
But
Yeah.
I don't know why people are just guessing that it's because of Colwell. Like, I don't get it. I don't think it is because of Colwell. I think it's just sort of trying to get through the first few games and stuff. He obviously doesn't think certain players are fit enough to start right now. And on top of that, maybe it's to help Disasi like adapt, because obviously Thiago was in France for a long time, so he can communicate quite easily with Thiago. Then Thiago can obviously communicate with Colwell as well, because his English as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It does.
Because when you look at it, when we're... So, at times it's a free in terms of when you're in possession and whatnot, right? We've seen that. But it is actually a 4-2-3-1. But obviously, in possession, out of possession, it changes. So at times you will see that you have Disasi, Silva, and Colwell in defence. Because obviously Gusto pushes on. So at that point, you have Disasi, which is the right centre-back. You have Thiago, which is the central one. And you have Colwell, who's the left centre-back. If that makes sense. But in the base formation of a 4-2-3-1, Colwell was actually lining up as the left back. He just doesn't always push on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. But if Disasi needs to step up, and if it's not working, Pochettino have to know this is not working for the team right now, because we were very bad, Steven. We were very, very bad. All right, so Steven, give me a minute. Just 1 minute. Let me read this comment real quick. I got about 6-7 of them. Big up to Phantom of Mini Topic. He said, get Lampard the Peter Checker scouting job. This moment, that's what Phantom is saying. It says Melissa Ann. It says, hello, Nis Zion and Stephen. Welcome to all the people. Welcome to all the people in the chat. Okay, don't forget to like and follow for more sports news. Thank you very much, Melissa Ann, for that messages. I 1 year is a real deal coming from Phantom of Mini Topic. I hope he is. He's not really my kind of a striker. That is why, but I'm not saying he's a bad player. I 1 year, look, I always like Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson from he's injury pro, but I like him. He's got flair, and he's also very, very intelligent in terms of taking pace and power away from him. He's very, very intelligent. He can beat 1v1 player. That's what I like about Callum Wilson. Luis Hall connected twice with Lukaku. Yes, Phantom said this yesterday. Then big up to my brother, Stefanos. It's Stefanos from Facebook watching us live. Thank you very much, our brother. Always tuning in from Facebook. He's on the Facebook platform. He enjoyed this show very, very much. Thank you very much, Stefano. Big up to you. He said the things that are happening now at Chelsea making me to be sick now. Seriously, Enzo wants to go. Injuries every match. I don't just understand. It will this will. Anyway, all right. So the situation going on, Enzo wants to win. Enzo wants to lead at this point. It's just speculation, brother. It's not him saying anything, because there's no quote. There's no big media out there quoting that Enzo Fernandez said this. We as content creator, we put this out there. We create content and we do talk about it for other people to have opinion. So that's the reason why we are called content creators. You have to create content out of speculation, which is legal, which is also understandable. So it doesn't mean that he said that from somewhere. Speculations. How happy is Enzo Fernandez with his project? Enzo Fernandez is very, very happy and willing to see the next stage of Chelsea Football Club. This football club has fallen from grace, has fallen down in the pecking order since the departure of Roman Abramovich. But now new owners are in, they're trying different things, and we have to give them that leeway. You have to understand what they are trying to do and support the football club. All these players that we have, they have 7 years, 8 years contract, and they are very, very young. Imagine 1 season, 2 season, these players stick together and play together for quite some time, or know each other. Look, no one in Europe can conquer this team. Look at what we have. These are proven players that have potential to be world champions. If you listen to Roberto De Zerbi said yesterday, he said, Mikhailo Modric has the potential to win Ballon d'Or. And I don't take that away from, because Roberto De Zerbi has eye for young talent. He knows what
he managed him at Shakhtar.
What was that, Steven?
He had him at Shakhtar.
Yeah, he had him on Shakhtar, and he know what Mikhailo Modric can do. So when a coach like Roberto De Zerbi, who can get the best out of a player that we did not want, and a coach put his signature down to sell that player to Brighton, which is Billy Gilmour. Billy Gilmour became MVP of Champions League game we played at Stamford Bridge, I think, and also another game, FA Cup against Liverpool. Billy Gilmour became the MVP, man of the match, most valuable player. That's what I call MVP of that game 2 times. What makes you think that this guy is too small? Football, we don't use body, we don't use strength to play football. Football is played in the brain. Before Billy Gilmour received the ball, he already know what he's going to do already with the ball. When he received the ball, he already know where the ball is going to. Look at how Billy Gilmour is playing already with Brighton. 5 games already been played. 1 Carabao Cup game and 4 Premier League games. We are in the week 4. Will they continue with the week 5 already? And Billy Gilmour has been one of our standout players in these 5 games being played already. Billy Gilmour. And now Tariq Lamptey on the right-hand side. Tariq Lamptey was being sent out because of he was being given to Brighton because of Reece James. But if I were Tariq Lamptey, I would have stayed at the football club.
Compete with Reece.
Yeah, he didn't want to stay because it felt like Reece. But then if Tariq Lamptey was wise, I would have stayed, because injury has always surrounded Reece James, and he would have been getting much more playing time. Tariq Lamptey is a very, very good player. I've watched him. He played for the Ghana national team, which also have an interest over there because of my nationality. I watched Tariq Lamptey play for the Ghanaian national team, and he's so good in that position. He has pace and power, and his flair. He can take everyone on. Tariq Lamptey, look how good he is right now with Brighton. Billy Gilmour, the same thing. We sell our players we sold Billy Gilmour for 5 million to Brighton. Do you know how much his price tag is right now? 50 million. 50 million right now, Billy Gilmour's price tag. Will Chelsea go back for him again? I don't know. Chelsea does that business all the time. They sell Mo Salah away, and they want to go and pay so much money for Mo Salah again. It doesn't happen. So, big up to my big brother here. 200 sub. He says a clickbait. Yes, I understand. It's speculation, so definitely it's going to be clickbait. Inside story. There is no story. That's the story. Is what our opinion is. The inside story is what our opinion is. That's what we're trying to tell you. The inside story is clickbait. It's not relevant. Let's just move on from there. So Enzo Fernandez did not make the right decision to join Chelsea, coming from Musto. Musto, can you tell me why, my big brother? Can you tell me why do you think that Enzo Fernandez did not make the right decision joining Chelsea? Who wouldn't take that money? Who wouldn't give it? He's given a long-term project. So, should in case Enzo Fernandez doesn't perform very well, he's still stuck with Chelsea Football Club. He can still be on the bench and still make money. Who wouldn't like that deal? Every agent or every manager will advise their players to go in for a contract that is very, very long. Not 3 years, not 4 years, 10 years. That's what every manager will like. So, that is why you see all these players coming in. I know why I'm telling you this, because the longer your contract, the more money you get. So maybe we need to give up possession-based football and become a Mourinho counter-attacking team. we can be counter-attacking team. You
It's
can
not the
do both.
tactics that
You
are an
can do
issue.
both. Yeah, Stephen. I'll let Stephen explain that. That one. So Stephen, Phantom of Many Topics comments over here. Let me finish. Musto said Liverpool was the best option for Enzo Fernandez. Then I'm still in. All right. Okay. Of Jose Park, the
Still
Barca
in awe of
strategy.
Jose's
Yeah.
Park the bus strategy.
Yeah, Mosto Enzo made the right decision when he became a Chelsea player. This guy is making content to get views. Enzo today spoke about how happy he's playing for Chelsea.
Technically, it's not us making content for views. It's a report that came out from an actual journalist, and it would have been asked in the comments anyway. So we've just put it in because it was going to come up regardless.
Look, I wouldn't criticize your naivety, my brother. 200 sub. I wouldn't criticize your naivety. You're so naive to the extent that you don't understand what is going on. You don't understand what is going on in terms of news and content creating. Why would I create content to just make to get views? I create content so I can get views out of what I'm creating. Do you understand what content creating means? If you think you can create content, go and create content for others, people to listen to what you're saying. There's a question. If you look at the thumbnail, there's a question mark there. Enzo Fernandez and Chelsea. What was it again? Enzo Fernandez to exit Chelsea or something like that. And there was a question mark there. It means that whoever even put the news there doesn't agree on Enzo Fernandez leaving Chelsea. If you can read 2 or 2 and put it together, I don't agree. But then it worth talking about it. Why would Enzo Fernandez want to leave? Look, to be honest with you, you read it and you feel like, what is going on here? Let me go and listen to what they are saying. Whatever you saw on the thumbnail or the title, but it's a bit different from the explanation or the discussions going on the platform. It's 2 different things. You get what I'm saying? I understand you, but I'm not putting the news out there for clickbait base. But the news is already there. It's been published from another outlet, and another journalist also pick it up. And I, a reporter and a content creator, also picking it up to explain it, talk about it. Why will Enzo Fernandez leave Chelsea Football Club within the space of 18 months at Chelsea? Do you understand? So please do not come over here and refer me as this guy. I respect your time spending here with us. It is true, and you're always welcome. That's your opinion. This is what is out there, and I brought it up to talk about it. Clickbait, let me tell you something. If you don't know anything about clickbait is the best if you're a content creator. Okay? There's nothing wrong with clickbait. If you think there's, go and make a research. Type in, is clickbait good or not? Go to Google. That's why you have your phone. You have your computer by you.
It's
Pick
what
up your phone.
everyday media do all the time, what newspapers do all the time. They'll find a story and then they'll find a way to turn it into clickbait in the sense of it's not entirely accurate what they say, or it's not got any truth to it at all. But because they know that that's what's going to sell and what people want to read, and like newspapers, for example, right? If you go to a shop, you see a headline on the paper because say you're an older person, yeah, you might not know how to use the internet to look up the news. So you go into a shop, you see the newspapers there, all neat, and you see a headline, grabs your attention. It turns out when you read more into it, that's not the truth of the story of what they're actually reporting, but they know that's what's going to sell and get them the money. That's what clickbait is, essentially. But what we're doing is we're taking a story from a journalist who's reported something, and we're just giving our perspective on their report.
So I hope my brother is still there listening. My brother 200 sub. You're listening. We're not just here. Clickbait is one of the best. Never think if you're a content creator yourself, clickbait is very, very good. Very, very good. Go to Google and make your research and come to me tomorrow, and then we can have a discussion. Okay? I'm not I'm not gonna come over here and criticize your opinion. Your opinion is accepted on my platform, but then I'm not here making this news to get views. No, I'm a reporter. Probably you don't know me. You don't know me very, very well. You see my face the first time here on YouTube. No, you don't know me very, very well and what I do. Okay? Yeah. You don't know me. You don't know what I do. So don't just look at me on Twitter or maybe Instagram here or maybe YouTube here and then try to, use that word. Okay, he's a YouTuber. He's looking for views and subscribers. No, no, no. I go in details. If you know me very well, you can follow me on Twitter and then you can see more about me and what I do. Okay. All right. So that's just by the way. Monster said that. Monster said Enzo Fernandez. Okay, that's Billy Gilmore is too small coming from
Billy
Phantom.
Gilmore's class.
It's
That's
a
what
class
Billy
player. That if you look at Fabregas is not that big. Fabregas is not a big player, but his class is very intelligent player. Phantom said that Reece James is just like a N'Golo Conte when it comes to injuries. Do we get a sell on clause on Gilmore? I'm not so sure.
I
Phantom, I'm
can't
not so sure.
remember. Honestly, I
But
can't remember what the reports were. I
Steven,
know that quite a few of the young players that we sold this summer we have a sell-on clause on, but I don't know about last summer. I know this summer, I think on Ampadu, Hudson-Odoi, basically all the young players we got rid of this summer, I think there's a sell-on clause. But
I'll make that research and I'll let you know. Steven and I will find out if there's a sell-on clause or maybe a buyback clause.
If I can quickly find it.
We'll see, and then we'll bring it back here. Maybe Steven will check that out for me whilst I go through. My big brother here on the Blueclouds Chelsea FC said no electricity. Oh, bad, man, bad for you. Liverpool was the best option for Enzo Fernandez. Jurgen Klopp wanted him. Most said that, my brother. I know Jurgen Klopp wants a lot of players, but the difference is probably the contract strategy. What's involved in the project is what the players are not buying into. So Enzo Fernandez couldn't go to Liverpool. Lavia could not go to Liverpool. Caicedo could not go to Liverpool. It means there is something going on there. They're not happy with that project. That's why Chelsea have the advantage over that because there is something there. They can see the future. The Blueclouds is 200 son, you are talking rubbish. Oh, I don't think he's talking rubbish. That's his opinion. My brother is 200 sub. That's his opinion. So my friend over here, don't say he's talking rubbish. I love everyone here. And I love people's comments. But we just have to set the record straight. Truth is London area channels get more interest than outside UK channels. Has to work hard. Absolutely. That is true, Phantom. Phantom of the topic.
So I know you were saying about United news. Sancho isn't going to Saudi Arabia.
Okay, it's been
yeah, he isn't going.
Okay,
he's staying at United.
Great. Thank you very much, Stephen. Apparently, Stephen just shared that with us. Phantom, Sancho is not moving anywhere. He's staying at United. Even there were speculations there that they said they were going to cancel Sancho's contract with Manchester United. These are all speculations. You get what I'm saying? Speculations. And I know a lot of Manchester United fans out there who are content creators or reporters have also reported this in their news publication, whatever they're producing their news. You get what I'm saying, Stephen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did you see the number of reports that said how happy Enzo is? Why not talk about that instead? Why don't you support the team instead of causing problems? Oh no, we meant well.
We mentioned that earlier as well. When I was talking about it earlier, I said like there's a report that came out either today or yesterday saying like how happy he is and stuff like this. We have touched on that whilst talking about the other report that mentions about him wanting to leave. We've touched on the reports of what's come out with the actual quotes. but we were also, when we first started talking about, I don't know if you were here from the beginning
He wasn't.
of
He wasn't.
the
That is why you
thing.
could tell
Oh,
he
okay.
wasn't from me in the beginning. That's why he's saying this.
Okay. Yeah, so at the beginning we said how the report that's in the title, we're talking about it because it's speculation and stuff, but we also touched on the quotes about how happy he is to be at Chelsea as well.
Right.
So
And then
we've
the
touched on
project.
all those reports. We've not just touched on the one. We have touched on all of them.
Yeah, and then we even talk about the idea of seeing the project to be very, very good project. That is why he joined, and it's a long-term project, not short-term project. So why would he be looking forward to leave the football club? And this is BS. You get what I'm saying? We did talk about this. We did talk about this from beginning. My brother, we take the news and we dissect it. We look into it, and we look into. I even said Enzo Fernandez have been one of the outstanding players with all the 11 players we have. It was before after. I mean, during preseason, it was Nicholas Jackson who was the outstanding players among all these, and even in Madsen. Madsen was also great. But since the Premier League started, it's all Enzo Fernandez. Is the standout player among all these players. Enzo Fernandez. And then we also talk about Raheem Sterling also. So yeah, probably you didn't join us right from the beginning, but then you're already criticizing me causing me as a supporter causing problems to the football club. No, no, no. I won't do that. I won't do that. I do more than and I do more stuff than causing problem. The scoreboard is views. If clickbait gets views, then it is the right thing to do. Might for right. Phantom. It is true. Clickbait is when you go to the New York Times. New York Times, they even are the king of clickbaits more than anyone. New York Times. The clickbaits they put in their news for people to read it. If a lot of them are speculation, it's not true. So that's what they tell you. If you believe everything you read in the news, you're gonna end up killing yourself or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's not everything that you read that you have to believe, but you have to talk about it and you ask yourself questions by why would this person do this? You get what I'm saying? If you've signed 7, 8 years, why would you want to leave the football club? And you are there to make the team better. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to hop off, then what about the others? It's a teamwork. Football is a teamwork. So 2000 said thank you for the clarification, best wishes, and thank you for your time. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. You're always welcome to our platform. You can be here. You have a voice. You can join us here and then have your opinion. Yes, accepted. This platform is a multi-cultural football platform for almost all the football clubs, not just Chelsea alone. So if you like to talk, I'll give you the platform because very soon I'll put a link in there. Whoever is over there wants to join us here. And I know Phantom is ready. He wants to join us here and then have a discussion in terms of what is going on with Chelsea. And also, we've spent almost an hour on one topic. Almost an hour on one topic. We haven't even get to the part. We got two of them more to even tackle. We haven't talked about the John Terry moving on to El Shabab to be a coach. We haven't even talked about that yet. We also haven't talked about what was the next one, Steven? I
don't know.
let me see. I had two of the topics there. We haven't tackled everything. Let me see. Yeah, today yeah, and also Real Madrid star Federico Valverde, which was on our list today. Federico Valverde regret turning down interest from Chelsea and Liverpool during the summer transfer window. Chelsea were interested in Valverde, and Liverpool was also interested in Valverde. He turned them down because he had an outstanding performance yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, last season with Real Madrid. Excuse me for saying that. Last season with Real Madrid. So Carlo Ancelotti have changed his formation right now to I think he's now playing a 4-3-1-2 formation, which Valverde doesn't get a sniff in that formation. So that formation is now on for I think Bellingham and some other players. So Valverde is now regretting that he did not make the move to Chelsea or Liverpool. You get what I mean? So yeah, Valverde was scoring goals left, right, center last season with Real Madrid. All right, it should be pretty obvious by now that my loyalty to Chelsea is based on results, like the Janet Jackson song. What have you done for me lately? Oh, Phantom, man, I love you, Phantom. I love Phantom. Phantom, I love you. I'm gonna make this the comment of the day. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna pin it and make it a comment of the day. I love this comment from Phantom. What a comment from Phantom. Oh my days, man. Okay, I think there have been more. I'll look for it. I'll look for that and pin it. I'm not so sure if I did a pinning, but I'm not so sure it took that effect on YouTube. All right, big up to you, Cruz Banter. Big up to you, Cruz Banter said, who even cares if it's clickbait or the end of the day? Every player is replaceable. If he wants to leave, then so be it. Oh, my brother here, thank you very much. He said, who even cares about clickbaits anymore? Clickbait, it works. Clickbait is there. Everybody does clickbait. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's a bad thing. No, people see clickbait, so people to click on it. It's news. Something to think about it. If those clickbait is not there, we don't have nothing to read about. No, we have nothing to read it or even to talk about. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Cruz. But guys, please, I haven't said this. Do not forget, we've got a number of people on live watching us. So if you join us on the platform, please do not forget to like the video. Drop your like on the video before you hop out. And I know you're not going to hop out here if you are being entertained by our content, or if you're okay with what we're talking about. Stay in and also contribute. Comment section below. You put your comment down there, and don't forget to like the video also. Big up to you. Fabricio Romano will go jobless if he doesn't do clickbait rumors. Oh man, there you go.
Did you see the thing? I can't remember if we spoke about it on here about how
There you go.
sometimes how he gets news, like he'll speak to players or players will message him,
Mm-hmm.
and the player might want out of the club, so they'll say, "Can you say something about me because I want to leave?"
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
yeah. Spot on, Steven. Spot on.
He literally said it himself. It came from his mouth. He said, "Sometimes players message me saying, "Can you say something about me because I want to leave my club?"
Yeah, spot on. Look, Fabrizio Romano. Now it is everyone that tweets says, "I understand. I understand." Jadon Sancho. What Jadon Sancho has 10 years or 3 years contract with Manchester United, but the situation with him and Ten Hag is not looking good. He might be looking forward to leave the football club. That's speculation. You get what I'm saying? That is speculations, and I put it out there. People will say, "Oh, clickbait," because right now there's a situation between Jadon Sancho and Eric Ten Hag. So when I put that news out there, someone will look at that news and say, "Okay, Jadon Sancho is willing to leave Manchester United to a different club." Just like another rumors that came that Jadon Sancho will be moving from United to Saudi, which is not true.
No,
Jadon Sancho,
I think there was definitely interest, but I don't think he ever wanted to move
there's going to be always interest over there
because of he's a high profile name in football because of who he plays for.
You know, look at the summer transfer window that just ended. Chelsea were being linked with lots of players. Ryan, Chucky, what's his name again? The Leon player, another Leon player that much. Bacola also. And
I think
also,
we did actually have talks with Leon about both players, but I don't think we actually made an offer.
And another point in time, it was Koulibaly. Another point in time, it was Vlahovic. Right? It was Vlahovic, right? What's his name?
Yep.
Vlahovic? Yeah, Vlahovic. Another point in time was Vlahovic. Then who else again that were we linked with?
There's been so
Also
many.
Chelsea was also linked with the Ghanaian West Ham player right now, Kudus. Ghana was Chelsea was linked with Kudus also. So speculations doesn't mean it's clickbait. There should be maybe this player once upon a time have showed interest, or maybe when he was a child, he said, "Oh, it will be a dream for me to play for Chelsea." You get what I'm saying?
Sancho was a Chelsea fan as a kid, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
he is.
He said
how
he used to love like Lampard and Drogba and their styles of play and stuff like that. That's actually something Sancho said. So then you can understand why this summer, when this coming up on
Yeah,
Chelsea,
I think it's Steven, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. You sound like a robot right now. So I can even come over here and say, okay, Sancho, Jadon Sancho used to support Chelsea. So there's at this moment there's a problem with. I understand this. I understand that it's happening. So Sancho will be looking forward to join Chelsea. So I love you, my brother. 200 sub. I love you, bro. I love you. I know you understand. You even clarify over here. Thank you for the clarification. Yes, I'm very, very happy. You know, at the end of the day, we all arrive at the same point, understand each other, because that is what the channel. That's what we have this channel. The channel is there to educate and bring people together and to make them into one community to understand. Football fans come together. What do we do? We discuss football. So I'm very, very happy you did understand. So guys, do not forget when it show jump on the platform, do not forget to like the video. Clickbait makes the world interesting. Just like my brother over here, Gulam Mustafa. He said that Fabrizio Romano will not be who he is without clickbait. And thank you very much, my brother, for joining us here and saying that. John Terry is a money chaser. Phantom said that clickbait makes the world interesting. Then the master of clickbait is Roy Jennings. Ha 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 ha. Roy, you guys know Roy Jennings? Yeah, I like Roy Jennings. I don't used to like Roy Jennings, but then since I started watching him and listening to him more on Talksport, I've begun to show some kind of love and interest in listening to him more of the time, because Roy Jennings, another good person. He has his own opinion, a very smart guy, and then people really listen to what he says. So we are done with the Enzo Fernandez news. So I'm gonna move on from there. Steven. Oh, Steve, I think Steven has issues right now. Reports that came today. Also, we're gonna discuss the interest of Chelsea legend John Terry set to join Saudi Pro League Al Shabab as a manager. As a manager. So look, I know Phantom is calling. You know, John Terry money chaser. John Terry wants to be a manager, but then he doesn't want to put himself in the spotlight where there'll be so much pressure on him. He wants to take things easy. If you look at what is going on with his brother, which is Frank Lampard, is from Leeds United. I think from Leeds United to Chelsea. He's been sacked to Everton, back to Chelsea again. And things hasn't gone on very well for Frank Lampard. And he's not taking a break. Now he is taking a break. He has to reset himself very well, trying to understand his style of football before he takes on any managerial job. And when he takes any other managerial job, I expect Frank Lampard to start from the grassroots. Leeds was the grassroots, but there's still pressure there. Frank Lampard could not do what Leeds expected. He could not qualify Leeds United to the Premier League. No, the playoff, but he lost. Frank Lampard came to Chelsea. His football is good. Anyone that comes to Chelsea, football will be good. But then right now, what Chelsea are facing and suffering from is the finishing. Frank Lampard, how can Frank Lampard get his players to score goals, which has been very difficult for Frank at this moment? Obviously, Frank is at a football club, lots of money. There's going to be pressure on him. He will be scrutinized from the start to the end. Frank Lampard. So, guys, I'll drop the link in there if it's still there, and you want to join us here and have a say on the topics that we've already discussed. Be my guest, my brother, which is 200 sub. If you're there, join us over here, and also Cruz Bunter. If you're also there, you can join us here. And then I want to love you, Phantom of Minute topic. Musto, all of you guys, if you're there, you're free. You want to hop on the channel, the link is right there. Be my guest, join me here. Let me know what you make of Frank Lampard, Chelsea legend, joining the Saudi Pro League, Al Sabab, as being a manager for that football club. Let me know what you make of it, and If you're free, you can join me over here. And also, I only became interested in Chelsea when Pulisic came to CFC. I realized between the two teams that play in the borough of Fulham and Hammersmith, CFC is a better choice to support. Chelsea is always good, so I'm very very happy for you supporting Chelsea. Phantom of Many Topics. I know you won't regret it. The only football club in London with a Champions League trophy, and not one, they've won it twice. They've won every competition that you can talk about in Europe or in world football. They've won the UEFA Champions League 2 times. They've won the Club World Cup. They've won the Super Cup. They've won every single major trophy in European football. That's how good Chelsea is. So that is why every manager that takes over the job at Stamford Bridge is being scrutinized. It's going through a lot of pressure because you have to produce. You have to. Chelsea give you everything. I did not say it. If I can recall, if you guys remember the first interview from Thomas Tuchel, Tuchel said Chelsea is a football club that has all the resources for every manager to come over here and succeed. I didn't say it. I quote, this is coming from Thomas Tuchel himself when he had his press conference as Chelsea manager. And anyone that comes in at Chelsea becomes successful. We gave the permission, we gave the chance for what's his name again? Our first Champions League winner, with the coach that took us, Di Matteo. Di Matteo had a chance at Chelsea because of the players, because of what Chelsea had. He had a chance to win the Champions League for the very first time. And no one knew that even Di Matteo could do with all these coaches that we've been through. Jose Mourinho came in there. He couldn't do it. Gusindis have been there. Other players, lots of coaches that have been there. Luis Filippo Scolari, if you can remember, the coach that won the World Cup for Brazil, even came to Chelsea Football Club and could not do it. That should tell you that club football and national team football is vast different. It's different. You cannot compare that. So if someone think Jose Mourinho could go to maybe Portuguese national team and be that successful as he was with maybe Chelsea, with Real Madrid, or maybe with Porto, or maybe with AS Roma, it might not happen that way because they're two different things together. Some players can be legend, but worst coaches. Frank Lampard is one of them, and absolutely, I agree with you, Mustafa. I agree with you 100%. It's my loyalty. Phantom said my loyalty is to Thomas Tuchel. Example of coaches that have gone, players that have gone on to be coaches and have stunk the place. Gary Neville. Gary Neville took I think not Gary Neville, Phil Neville. Phil Neville took the Lionesses, the women national team, and he couldn't perform very well. He has almost the same crop of players, but could not manage them. And look at what Serena Wigman is doing now with the players. Outstanding. Serena Wigman understands the Lionesses. So not every player or legend can go on to be a world-class coach. No, not all of them. Most of them are even assistant coaches. Those world-class coaches, a lot of them are assistant coaches. A few of them that have turned out to be great. Carlo Ancelotti, it's a good man manager. Carlo Ancelotti, good man manager. Jose Mourinho was interpreter. He was interpreting and being assistant coach for, I think, Barcelona. He did the same thing. I think Sir Bobby Robson. I think he worked under Sir Bobby Robson somewhere during the days of Porto. He was there with Bobby Robson. He did work for him, and he's a very, very good interpreter. But look how good he became as a manager. Inzaghi, Filippo Inzaghi, Gattuso, all these coaches were failure. Why? Because they were legend in their days. They're not coaches. They are failed. Gattuso did not even handle AC Milan. Filippo Inzaghi He's also struggling. There's so many coaches out there. If you think that Zizi, Zizou, Zinedine Zidane, look, I'll say Real Madrid is just like Chelsea. The players are there and they will produce for you. Give a different team to Zidane and he will struggle. You see the weakness of Zinedine Zidane, that he's not a good manager. Zidane has the players. Gary Bale scoring goals. Look at Modric on top of his. He was on top of his game. He was in his prime. Ronaldo. That's why they were able to win back to back to back for Zinedine Zidane. But that doesn't make him a very good coach. He has those trophies, but take him away. Look how difficult it became for Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola's style of football is there, but look how difficult and how long it took him to win another Champions League when he won it with Barcelona. Pep Guardiola have shown that you can be a good manager, but look how difficult from here Barcelona to Bayern Munich, and it took him forever to win it again. So I agree with my brother Mustafa said not all legend footballers can go ahead and become world class, which is true. Big up to you, my big brother, Metal Face Doom. He says, lateness is greatness, which is true. Lateness is greatness. So, guys, do not forget the poll is right there. Our aim is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I know you all over here will make that happen for me over here and you. To have this show going every day, it is the support from you guys. And I'm very, very happy that you guys have been supporting the platform and also liking the video anytime I go live. I don't really put so much stress on tell people to like the video. I don't do that. But if you want to like it, I'll tell you, put a like on it, drop a like to help and really support what I'm doing on this platform. Phantom said Mauricio Sarri was a banker, which is true. Never even played beyond youth league. That is true, 100%. You're spot on. Pep. Metaface Doom said Pep. Tuchel was a failed player. Yes, Tuchel could not make it. He has to drop off to become a coach. And look how good it is. Xavi, also question mark on Xavi. Xavi had it so easy with the Saudi League, but he's struggling with Barcelona. Xavi is struggling with Barcelona, although the style of football, the idea is there. Xavi is still struggling. You know, although he won, I think he won the league for Barcelona last season. I'm sure he did. But you know, let's see how Xavi can go on to be. He's getting ranking among the top managers out there. But he's got a lot of players he can coaching too. And players make coaches great. We shouldn't forget that. Players make coaches great. Pep was an average player in Barca. Yeah, Pep was a good player, though. It wasn't that average. He was okay. Pep was okay. Maybe I can understand average. I'm using the word okay. So, yeah, I understand average. He wasn't that of a top superstar until he started coaching. But he has the idea, the Catanoncio style of play, the tiki-taka football played in Camp Nou. He has it. He has the idea. So he has the knowledge to impact into the players and also learning coaching. Xavi is doing well for Barca due to Laporta bringing in the quality players, but he does struggle sometimes. Xavi did improve his game tactics. That is true, because I can remember Xavi won almost everything in the Arab League before Barcelona brought him to Spain. So with Xavi, yeah, I mean, I think I'm in the same line with you, Gulam. Xavi is much better of a manager, one of the legends who has moved on to become. And I'm not going to take anything away from Zinedine Zidane, but I want to see what Zidane can do in his next job. So thank each and every one of you that have liked the video, and also I am Melissa Ann on Facebook. He put so much love on the video on Facebook, and also like I said, Stu Watson, I think Stu Watson, Simbiata, that's the name, and Samuel Peter, and also Bank. These guys have all watched it, and they're watching live on Facebook and liking it. Also, thank you guys much appreciated. I appreciate everyone that has been here with us. So sometimes we ignore the wife factor. Man, Phantom, Come and tell me the white fata. How was Conte as a player? I never saw him play. He was an average player. Conte played for the Italian national side. If you talk about defending midfield, Conte was right there. He was a very, very strong player, but not the top player that writes headlines. Look, we don't have to forget this. There are players that write headlines, and there are players that do all the work, but their names are never there. I don't know if you really understand what I'm saying. There are players that grab the headlines in every game, and there are players that does more than those that grab the headlines, but then their names are never put up there. Why? Because the job they do is not being spot on like others, like the goal scorers, like the Ronaldo. You actually ask yourself, how did Ronaldo score? Someone kicked the ball to him. Ronaldo did not pick up the ball all the way from his goal post to dribble everyone to go and score. There was a pattern of play. There were people distributing the ball to him. There was someone crossing the ball. Someone has to cross it. And there's someone that does the odd job. What he does is stop people from playing. That's what Igola Conte did best. That is what Moses Caicedo knows how to do. That is what Lavia also knows how to do. That's what Enzo Fernandez also do. They tackle, they run over 90 minutes. Those people sometimes they don't get they don't grab the headlines, but then the strikers, maybe the goalkeepers, and some good defenders who stop setting crosses makes the headlines. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, Ronaldo and Messi, they will always grab the headlines. Ronaldo, let me even say this in terms of Ronaldo and Messi. Ronaldo wouldn't have been that great if he hasn't moved himself from that the wing position to the attacking front, because he realized that how can I compete with Lionel Messi? Messi is scoring goals every day. Before I can compete with Messi, I have to put myself up front as a striker and be able to get the goals, because it was all goals when those guys were given. They were scoring goals, 50 goals a season. 45, 50 goals a season. When Messi is scoring 30, Ronaldo wants to score 35. And when he gets to 35, Messi wants to score 40. That is what I watched La Liga games where Messi and Ronaldo competition or debate was very, very high. And these two players were really banging in goals. 50 goals a season, Ronaldo and Messi. Because they know they will grab the headlines. And that is what Ronaldo did. If you talk about God-given talent, who is really talented, I'll say Ronaldo would have been more of a good footballer if he had stayed as a winger, because he has a flair. He was dribbling, but then once he put himself out there to start scoring goals, he lost a little bit of his touches, because he's not concentrating on scoring goals instead of taking the mount on, dribbling, and doing what Ronaldinho used to do. So you could say that maybe God has blessed Messi with more skills than he did with Ronaldo. Ronaldo is more like a hard-working player to put himself out there. All right, Thomas Tuchel's wife also didn't want to move to London, which could be a factor. Ronaldo isn't Messi. Ronaldo isn't Messi coming from out of his doom. Kante is quite important player, very, very important player, because he is nuisance. He is nuisance to attacking players, because all he does is he nicks the ball away. He does it better than any other person. Caicedo is looking like another player that is also good at it. They tackle you and they nick the ball away from you. One player also that I've seen in the Premier League who does that good also is Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka will always, with a long leg, he tackles you and nick the ball very, very well. So absolutely. Goulart said Messi is a playmaker. He is the guy every coach would die to be on his team. Fact, that is true. That is true. Kante is world class, way ahead of Caicedo in his days. Caicedo will come better. Now the team is struggling. So with now you can't really see, but Kante is world class. But Caicedo will also get there. Yeah, what is true. Messi is a playmaker, which have said many times that this team, the team that we have now, is lacking a good playmaker. Enzo Fernandez is good, but then he isn't. He isn't a Fabregas. He isn't a Lionel Messi. He isn't a Neymar. You get what I'm saying? I did say this many times on a platform. Why didn't you try get Neymar? Why? People always see the negative part of Neymar. Maybe he like to party. He's got attitude issues. He's not focusing on football. But imagine anyone that have attitude, that has problems in his football club or wherever he's coming from. As soon as they step the foot at Chelsea, everything changes. I'm not so sure if you guys know. If you want to know one of these, one example is Diego Morero. Diego Morero, before he came to Chelsea, there was speculations that he has an attitude. He has from where he's coming from. He always like to dictate, talk to people what he wants to do, tell people what he wants to do. But as soon as he moved from Chelsea, from FC Porto to, I think Benfica, Porto to Chelsea, Morero is a different player. Why I'm saying this because I've sat down and talked to Diego Morero before, and he's a little okay with English, but from the discussion, I didn't record it because I'm not allowed to do that. I was just allowed to speak to him without recording. Sometimes the protocol would not allow you to record things, but you're allowed to have a word with him and you can quote your discussion. But next time I'll try and ask more permission so I can have it on tape. Look, he said his move from Benfica to Chelsea, he was very, very happy coming to Chelsea. But then I even said there was so many news that they said you have an attitude problem, but it doesn't look like. He said, no, if you know me very well, I'm different player. He said, I'm different player. And I was like, I can tell. But look, play very hard and maybe Pochettino has a place for you. So thank you, my brother. With a little, not too much, but he's a very, very humble guy. If you listen to the way he talks, you can tell Diego Moreira is not the kind of person and how the media make it look to be. Metal Face Doom. Gulam said Messi is okay. I think I've read that one. Kante is world class, way ahead of Caicedo on his days. Then Fact Mustafa said that one. Messi is not a Premier League proven. Timo Werner and Kai Havertz each had over 25 goals the season before they came to Premier League. Well, Messi should have tried. Messi should have tried the Premier League, but he has no interest in the Premier League because he thinks it's too physical and it's too demanding, and probably he'll be found out. We are missing a goal scorer and a decent keeper. Keeper two knee. Meta face. Look, at this moment in time, what's his name? Pekovic will be the guy. Pekovic will be the guy that can save our day. From what I'm seeing so far, Pekovic is way better than Sanchez. Sanchez should be second fiddle assistant goalkeeper to Pekovic. But once Pekovic is ready and the goalkeeper coach said he's ready, I'm sure he will be starting the game. Sanchez will be on the bench. Excuse me. Sanchez will be. Guys, I've sent the link in there. If I just have 2 more minutes because I'll be streaming for an hour 30 minutes. I got only 2 more minutes to move on so I can start getting ready for tomorrow. Phantoms. Gulam said that Phantom. Don't forget Messi did beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. When people said Messi can't score against Chelsea, Messi doesn't need Premier League approval. Look, Gulad. Messi has so many attempts at the bridge. He did score, but ask yourself how many attempts. Anytime Chelsea played Barcelona in the Champions League, Messi played in Stamford Bridge. He never scored. He only scored 2 goals in 1 game. As good as his career has been, he struggled scoring against Chelsea. That should tell you that he will struggle in the Premier League against any other team that has a low block. Because Chelsea were then playing the low block style of football. It was 2010 where Chelsea was playing outstanding. And that is when they went to 2008. I think 2008. That's when they went to the Champions League final with Manchester United and they lost. Chelsea should have win that Champions League if JT hasn't slipped. If John Terry hasn't slipped, Chelsea will have had 3 Champions League trophy by now. 3 Champions League trophy, and we'll be having the same head-to-head or the same number of trophies to Manchester United, who think they knows it all. One more trophy, and we'll tie it up with Manchester United. One more trophy. But Mustafa, I've said it. I hope so, but you're relying on kids. Bro, I'm not really relying on kids. That's what we have. The team is imbalanced because you have to blend the team with young players and experienced players that give you the balance. And, there's so many mistakes that have been done. I've said it many times. I'm going to say it again. Many mistakes has been done, and mistakes are being they continue doing the same mistakes again. Cause on JT's XD. Look, and he's coming from a Gulam. Mistakes are being done. Why do you take the captain away from a player when the going becomes very difficult? He can win you a game, which is Thiago Silva. When the going becomes very difficult, he can give you a header as a leader because he's a leader. He has to come up with a win, and that is what Thiago Silva was doing when he was a captain. Now you took the captain away from him and you gave it to Reece James, who is always injured. He's now with the team, and you gave it to the vice captain to Chile B, Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell also, you didn't play him in his rightful position. You took Ben Chilwell out of the team. Now the team is just there without leaders. There was Thiago Silva, but the leadership is not within him because he's not having that captainship band. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. He wasn't having that captainship band, so it's a bit different than when he was carrying the captainship on his arm. It's 2 different things. So, all right, guys. Thank each and one of you that have been on the show today. It's been a lovely, lovely stream. I did touch bases on Valverde. I've talked about Valverde played very well under Carlo Ancelotti and is still playing under Carlo Ancelotti. But since the inclusion of Jude Bellingham, Valverde is not getting much game time. And during the summer transfer window, he was linked with Chelsea and linked with Liverpool, but he chose not to join any of this football club. Why? I don't know. He think maybe he's going to continue what he left off from last season, but things changes. Carlo Ancelotti decided to change his formation, change his style of play and the formation to 4-2-3-1, and that has affected Valverde game time. So I've talked about Valverde. And what do you guys make of John Terry becoming the coach in the Saudi League? To be specific, he'll be joining Al Shabab at the Saudi League. Do you think is it the right time? Do you think he will be successful? Let me know what you make of John Terry joining the Saudi Pro League. Thank you all for being here on the platform. Gulad Mustafa, thank you, my big brother, and thank you for all you do. Meda Face Doom, I love you, brother. Also, thank you for spending time on our platform. When you have time, I know you will join us here because you guys make this channel what it has been. So I wouldn't take anything away from anyone. You guys make this channel, not me. I'm just the one that owns the channel, but you guys make this channel keep going. You motivate me. Yeah, I'll say you motivate me to create content all the time. So thank you all for being here. I want to love you. Phantom of Minitobi, I cannot say the names without saying your name. Much love to you and your support for the channel. 200 sub. Also, thank you for joining on the show today. And also the Blueclouds show 100%. Much love to you. Thank you. And also Musto. I'm not so sure if you're there, but if you're there, thank you for joining. Well, thanks each and every one of you that have joined in. Also those that joined from our Facebook platform. Estefano, thank you very much for joining us. Also, everyone. And also Melissa, and then our brother Matt from Australia joining us here. We got so many of us. We got Australians, we got Nigerians, we got Senegalese, we got my co-host is from London. This is what the community is all about. We bring different people from different continents to come together and support one football club. So much love to everyone. Leo Desperandons, like I always say to you, hang on to hope, and never give up. Never give up. Hang on to hope. Leo Desperados, hang on to hope. Now, see you guys again same time tomorrow. Love you all. Bye-bye.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.